Hey guys, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion slash review. So this one is on Black Bullet episode 10, and just wow, this episode was like literally you take a trip on the Fields train, and whoo, I just really could like this episode. It was a really good episode. So it starts off with Rentaro and Kisada teaching, the class and giving them this forum of what their dreams for the future is. And it's pretty funny because after Enju comes up first and gives him the paper and he reads it and it says, her dream is to marry Rentaro and kiss him as much as she like every day. And I was just like, that is so cute, but it's so Enju. And then what really surprised me, well, it was not really surprised, but it was super cute. And like my favorite girl of the show is Tina. And then all of a sudden Tina comes up and gives him her paper, and Rentaro reads it and says she wants to marry Oni-san and kiss him as much as she wants every day. And I was just like, oh my god. Rentaro was just like, what the hell? It was just so cute though. And then after that he says a timer thing I guess he had, it beeps and he tells everyone to pass up their forms, but it seems like everyone is pretty down and sad, and it seems like maybe they don't know what what are their dreams for the future. And then so Rentaro asks Kisada how much she has in her in her wallet, and from there he decides to like, let's go on a field trip, and everyone's like, oh. So then they go on the train and everyone's all happy, and some of the passengers probably are like, what the hell are these cursed children doing here? But I swear, so messed up, some of the people. But they end up at this statue area, and it's called the Flames of Revolution, which is, I guess they said, to commemorate the victory of the Gasteria Wars, and it's also there as a memorial for all the people who was lost during the Gasteria War. And then the girls also asked, oh, is it like Genan Festival? Which is a festival, and it's a festival to honor those who lost their lives during the Gasteria War. And then after that, all the girls look. He says that he tells them what it is, and then he says, "Oh, it should be pretty soon." And then all the girls look really sad and they ask him, "Oh my gosh!" Like when this happened, I was like, "What? Here's a chip on the Fields train. Are we all going to die? And are we gonna get to be here for the next festival? See the festival this year?" And then Rentaro mentions the reason that he brought them to the monument, and the reason is that the monument is proof that humans won against the Gasteria. So even if the monolith falls, the JASDF will protect them. And then they're still like, but... And he's like, don't worry. And he also tells them that him and Kisada are, they'll be fighting on the front lines as civil officers. And they're all like, really? And that he'll definitely protect them. And they're all happy. And then they, like, all go to this one circle and discuss. And they're like, ah! And, like, you pass. And they like you. They all like him. And then some of them even said that they want to marry him. And Enju and Tina are all like, oh no, what? And like they go to hold him, like, no, you can't take him away, pretty much. And they all like surround him, and they're all jumping on him, and they fall, and they all start laughing. And it was a really cute moment. And after that, it shows Rentaro back at the camp. Everyone's starting to sleep, but then Kisada asks him if he's still awake, and then those two go on a walk, and they go to the monolith that's whitening. And then they also started talking about, why isn't Aldebaran, going for any of the other monoliths? What if it's just this one? What if, maybe it's tired? But yeah. Then they come to the conclusion, what if it is just this monolith? So Kisada says she'll look it up, get some information on this one. And after that, they have another Kisada, Rentaro moment, and they're like looking at the stars, and he's like trying to grab her hand, but he's like, like he can't do it. He's too scared, I guess. And then all of a sudden she starts talking about how she's so happy that Enju, Tina, and Rentaro, at the Tendo, their work, they're pretty much like a family, and she's really happy. But then she starts tearing up, and she says that she's scared that someday, all of that could end. And then Rentaro finally gets the courage, grabs her hand, and says that he will protect her, and that none of them are going away. And then all of a sudden she looks at her watch and like, it's almost 12, and then she starts counting down from 8, and like they interlock their fingers, and it's so cute. And then at 12, Kisada says, now there's only 2 more days till the monolith falls. Then after that part, it shows Rentaro running. Like he's just walking and then starts to run, and then all of a sudden he sees at that mall place again, he sees the blind girl again. This time she's getting beat up by all these people, and then right when the guy's about to, he takes out his knife, and because then she's smiling, and I guess he's gonna stab her. Rentaro goes up to them and saves her, and shoots a gun in the air and says he's a civil officer, and if they try anything, there won't be another warning shot. And then they all walk away, and then Rentaro checks to see if she's okay, and she starts touching his face, and then she says that now she knows his face and voice. And after that, it shows Rentaro returns to the camp, and he sees Tina, Enju, and Kisada, and asks them how was school, and since he didn't go. And then it seemed that really funny that all the girls seemed to boo Kisada when they found out it was only going to be her and Rentaro wasn't going to be there. And then she's like, no one likes Kisada sensei anyway. And then while she's pouting, and he's like, I like you, Kisada sensei. And it was so cute. And she's like, stop trying to cheer me up or something. And it was really cute. But after that, Kitagi comes out with like an envelope. He says some weird guy left it while they were out. And then I guess it's when she takes it out, it's the information on Monolith 32 that she went to go look for. And as she's reading it, Rentaro's like, what is it? And then she just walks through the fire and throws it in, just walks away. So Rentaro goes and grabs the paper. I don't know how he does it. Only some of it was burned, and he takes out the fire and he reads it, and it said it was like, I didn't really know what it meant, but it was built by Tendo Kazumitsu, and then he says Kazumitsu Nissan, so I'm guessing it's Kisada's brother maybe, or I don't know, I'm guessing, because then after it shows Kisada walking away like super pissed, like she's like she's gonna kill someone. And yeah, so after that it shows Rentaro and Enju getting ready to go to the school, and so it seems Kisada didn't go back till super late, so Tina was waiting, and then he said that Tina can just sleep and wait till Kisada wakes up to come meet them. So as they're on the train, Enju's all excited because she promised to show everyone her Tenju Girls DVD, and she's like, oh yay, and like, are you happy you're a teacher? And he's like, yeah, I am. And then, oh my god, back the feels train, man, goes from sad happy, and back to sad. This part they see, like right when I saw it I was like, oh my god. But they see a bunch of police and a yellow tape around the whole area, and then he runs to the area and there's a huge crater, and it turns out that someone put a bomb there and blew up the area. And then after that, it shows he goes to the area where they have all the bodies, and they need him to clarify who they are. And it turns out all of them, it's his class, it's all the girls. And oh my god, it was really sad. And he starts walking away, and then it turns out Enju didn't, he told Enju to go home, but she didn't listen, and said she wants to see everyone. But then he says no, just go home. And she's like, what about school? And he says that she doesn't have to go anymore. And then she says, well, if she can't go today, can she go tomorrow morning for a bit? And oh my gosh, it's just, she starts yelling like, I promised, I want to see, two of the girls' names, I forget their names, and I promised them I would show them this, that's why I brought it, see? And it's just so sad. And he tells them to take her away to go home, and then she like, you know, gets all mad and starts running. She runs into the room, and all of a sudden all you hear is her scream and start crying, and it's so sad because that's all her friends. And oh my god, the feels train, guys, the feels train. But after that, it shows Rentaro on the roof, and he's reading all the papers with the girl's dreams, and it's just so sad. And he just looks super depressed, and he lets the papers fly away. And then Kisada calls him and tells him that Tina was, you know, she calmed down. So I guess when they told her, you know, she was also really broken down and she was crying. But it turns out that there were uranium fragments in the bomb to maximize casualties, and that it was people who had, you know, a grudge against the cursed children that did it. And he starts to question, who are they protecting? What is Enju and him supposed to fight for? And Kisada said they're civil officers and they see justice done. And then he's like, what justice is in this cesspool of a world? Because, you know, they're trying to protect these people, but these people, like, there's so much of them are so doing this to the girls, and it's just messed up. And Kisada tells them that, you know, what they're fighting for is the small change. Like, if they save the Tokyo area, then, you know, there's a chance people will change their hatred and, you know, not put it towards those girls anymore, and they fight for that small change. And then he realizes it. He sees, like, he pictures that the girl is again walking, and he's like, thanks, Kisada. Oh, and also it kept showing the blind girl this whole time. I don't know what she has to do with it, but yeah. And then all of a sudden, boom, and it turns out the monolith goes down, and it's a day early. And then he starts talking about, like, oh, they misjudged the wind, because I guess the wind pushed it down maybe. But yeah, and then I honestly don't know why I kept showing the blind girl. Maybe she has something to do with the story later. But he goes down to Enju and tells her, let's go, you know, what happened. And then she's like, she looks super like out of it, like, oh my gosh, it's super sad. And then she gets up, wipes her tears, and then she nods, and she's like, she's ready, and they're gonna kick some ass. And I'm finally excited for the next episode. But my review of this episode, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, because this episode was a lot better, because it was like it took me on a trip on the feels train. I wanted some action. I thought this episode was the one when they're gonna fight, but it wasn't. But man, it was really this episode was a trip on the feels train, guys. And whew, but I'm excited for the next episode. We get to finally see them fighting, and yeah. So as I said before, comment below if you want to discuss anything, what you thought about the episode, questions about what I thought about something in the episode. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And to the next episode, guys. See ya.